I think his main gripe with side content is just rewards suck, which they kind of do sometimes.
There's no doubt in my mind he acknowledges that, but it's always like you're doing this in favor of putting in another a third ultimate, which I do not agree with at all ever.
Same. It's like he doesn't outright say it anymore.
2 new tank jobs being
not
literal new
since
tank jobs or
we went down to 1
tanks.
ultimate for Shadowbringers.
Because 1 is no, 2 is maybe.
But also I think they just been told point blank 3 ultimates is never fucking happening.
Yeah.
So they don't ask for it anymore. But basically everything that he says is alluding to the fact that he thinks there should be 3 ultimates in expansion. Like he won't admit it outright. Or I mean maybe he will, whatever. If this ever makes it to him, he'll be like, yeah, goddamn fucking right. They need to allocate the resources better to get 3 ultimates. If they didn't do any fucking side content, I could be a raid logger. I could be the perfect raid logger. I could do the tier till I'm bis. I could do the ultimate once, or maybe twice if it's good, and help some friends clear, and then not touch the game otherwise. That, I think, is Xenos' ideal interaction with 14.
Yeah, well, I think if he could... I think it would benefit him more to go over to WoW. I do not hate him. I don't care. Only person I know that actually hates him is fucking Shen, and he has like a vendetta for personal reasons.
Right. Well, I'm pretty sure Xenos personally yelled at Shen for being a shitter in raid,
which is funny.
Which because is probably deserved.
We were trying to tell him that all along.
Dude, oh my god, I will never fucking get over that. Shen, turn off Mighty Guard. You're ripping hate from the tank. I'm in my burst phase. What burst phase? You're doing 40% less damage.
It's just a matter of me and my friends in Xeno do not do the same content at all. And
yeah,
he's bursting, bro. You don't get it.
He's bursting. We are the mid-core, he is the hardcore. If I could play this game as a job, then I would be the hardcore. I agree. If I had less time, if I had more time to actually do this shit, less time from an actual job than I would. It's like skill issue. You need to get a job that pays you enough so that you can have time off for the patches and shit. But no, fuck you. I wish I could.
I think I would even probably dip more into hardcore prog and probably even ultimates if I even just worked part-time. If I could live my life on a part-time job, I would probably consistently do the tiers ultimate raid.
And that's why I say
also I play other video games.
That too. If you could turn this into a job, I would say switch over to WoW because there's more ways in WoW to make it a job. Yeah. But then he got all of his audience on 14, and I don't think he could change over to it. Even his like figure painting stuff is at least adjacent. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah,
I like the content that he does. I don't like the shit that he says though.
Yeah, I mean, at least recently he's gotten way more cynical in the last like 6 months.
Yeah,
like
that's the preface.
Yeah, so the preface is me and John have watched Xenos for a long time.
We know his opinions on shit, and it's always middling at best. And he hates the content that we do.
Yeah, specifically the stuff that me and John consistently do, he fucking despises. Let's listen to Baldo.
So I tweeted this out. What would you guys rather get? 2 new tank jobs or 0 to 1, but make the ones better?
Okay, so I don't know why he said, I think he just misspoke, 2 tank jobs. What would you rather have? The reworks be absolute fucking gas or 2 jobs?
If they were wholly unique.
Bro is a tanking fiend.
If they were wholly unique jobs afterwards, I would definitely take only 1 job. I'd be fine with that.
I agree. And it would have to be a fizz range so we can have 4.
Yes.
I agree.
Because everything else is in a good spot besides fizz range. And if they could make consistently like a meter along with damage to support for the fizz range, then I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, no, like obviously have your cake and eat it too. Have the reworks all be bangers and get 2 jobs.
And we'll have another Shadowbringers on our hands. And the story is good.
True.
That's content is in baby mode.
That's foreshadowing.
Really care if we get a new job. At this point, we have like too many fucking jobs anyway. Maybe not too many. How do I want to word this? Okay.
I know what he means. Jobs. We don't have too many, but like we could use
jobs.
I know what he means.
Does that make sense? If the jobs were more intricate, like a little bit more intricate, then it would be fine. But they're not. So what they need to do
I'll
is
raise it.
not
I
worry
think
about
jobs.
another job.
Banger overhaul.
worry about
BLU
some of
real.
since he's a tank man.
I just want to be able
him
to
thinking
enjoy
jobs
playing
aren't
a job.
integral,
Yes, honey, I don't give a shit
DPS
about any
have
of
a lot
them
going
now.
on.
Yeah.
ones they have better, because
He needs to
so
play
the
more
one really
roles.
cool thing is that
I think.
let's say that they take a job and they change it. Well, it's almost like they're adding something new in the game. But in my opinion, I think that job reworks are more important than new jobs.
Right
And
now.
the reason why I think that,
Yeah.
so
I-
like,
but
if something is wrong,
I do
you need
agree
to
with that, but
fix
I
it
think it's only the
before you
support roles
add
that
on
have that
more shit.
problem.
Yeah.
That's just my mentality. And actually, a rework is easier than a whole new job. Saying that trying to come up with a brand new job is easier than a rework is like, it's really stupid. It makes no sense. Reworks don't sell expansions compared to something new.
That's
I mean,
true. Wait,
yes,
that chatter is
that
so
all
true.
Nah.
In general, I think that a company or a game.
Okay, well, now hang on. Xenos didn't play 11. I have some historical context here about that. They got a ton of blowback.
This guy comes off as
for Chains
MBT
of
who built his
Promethea
core
not
audience
having
around
any
something specific that he now
jobs,
hates, or at least
but
doesn't enjoy
still being
anymore.
a full price
And he can't
expansion.
pivot because people
they
watch him
promised they were
exclusively for
never
what he
going
based
to
his
do that
content
again.
around, not
So
himself.
they know jobs do sell expansions. But I mean, 1 is still more than 0. So, but yeah, they'll never do another 0 job expansion. Promethea, they got too much shit for Promethea.
Mm.
If there's something broken in their game, I think that they should fix it before they add on something new. Core problem never
I
gets
feel like
resolved.
he's talking about
It's-
specifically.
so like
Dark Knight
basically you
here.
have this like pile of shit, and you're just putting sugar on it and candy on it and sugar on it, but at the core it's still dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Because physical range have been shit on for a while, and
Getting
they're
shitted
like
on.
the only role
Yeah.
with like an odd number.
He's
So
right.
like I think in fairness, like,
I think
even
there are
if
like
it
40
isn't the-
different things he
the
could point to
correct
in
decision, I
14
think
with
the most
that.
fair decision is that we at least get a physical range. They need to fix physical range as a role. Well, that's applicable to every single role. So here's what I think that
Yeah,
we should
it's
do.
true.
Right? I think
Yeah.
that we should either get 1 job or 0, and I think they should do.
They can't do 0.
They should really,
Zero's not
really,
happening.
really go back to like Stormblood, Heaven's Ward era
N-
of.
That's not gonna.
jobs,
That's never
because
gonna
it's-
happen.
Holy shit.
That
Okay,
is-
so John and I were talking about this before stream. The only reason 14 blew up is because they simplified the combat.
Yeah. The WoW Exodus happening, and then they would not have played if they had Stormblood jobs.
No, just tank stance dancing alone would have turned so many people.
Oh my
So
God.
I only tank in current day because I resubbed in Shadowbringers. Was like, oh, stance dancing is gone. I can finally level my tanks.
jobs back in Heaven's Ward and Stormblood, there were really awesome things in Heaven's Ward, but there were also really bad things. I think that their best thing that they should do is take the awesome things from Heaven's Ward and the awesome things from Stormblood and mix them together.
I mean,
And one of the
okay,
things
yeah,
that I really think
Sure.
that this game needs is I think that this game needs
It cannot be
more
too hard, though.
punishment on rotational
No.
fuck-ups.
No!
I think that this game needs more DPS checks. I don't think
I
that
can
you should
agree
be
with more
able to
DPS
completely
checks.
carry
Yeah.
and wheelchair your way through shit. Like a little bit, sure. I agree with that halfway. Stop homogenizing jobs and give them their job identity. I believe that like halfway, like 50%. I think that you have to have homogenization.
In
You
order,
have to have a certain
that's
DPS
true.
level.
In
checks to the
order
outsitters
to
would
have
be
everything
nice.
Because
be
when you
viable,
don't
you have
have
to have some
homogenization, you end up with Heaven's Ward, and that's bad. We never
And
want to
you
go
end
back
up
to
with
Heaven's Ward.
11.
There's too many negatives about Heaven's Ward, because I'll tell you this right now, brother. The jobs in Heaven's Ward, they had some identity. Let me tell you,
Ugh,
they had
ugh.
too much
Yeah, identity
They had
parentheses
so much
derogatory.
identity, in fact,
But that's
that
just going to
Paladin
end
didn't
up with
exist.
pumpers carrying
Paladin
shooters if
wasn't
they
even
don't
a
do it
job.
right.
I
Oh
don't
my
know if you
God,
guys knew that
Dogon
or
brings
not,
up a good point.
but there wasn't a caster.
And that's
Mold
already
didn't
that's
exist.
already a thing.
Dogon was an active Savage Raider during Stormblood, so he saw that.
Oh
Okay, I'll
God.
put it this way, man. I'll use WoW as an example because I just think it's one of the better examples. But in WoW, there's obvious class imbalances, right?
Yeah,
And
and it's
jobs.
bad.
It's
Very
horrible.
But
In
yeah,
Heaven's Ward, bringing a monk to the party was all around bad. There were 3
Yeah.
jobs specifically.
Yeah,
that
like-
if you brought them, your group
That-
was
and that's a
already
problem.
suffering. And those jobs were Paladin, any caster role, and Monk. If you brought any of those, your group was already trash, dog shit.
Someone in
If you
Xenos'
did
chat
not
just
have
said Paladin
two
was bad in
physical range,
Endwalker. What
that's
the
right.
fuck?
Right
Between
at
that
the
and having a
P8S
caster
DPS
was
check. That's it.
absurd.
Yeah.
It was absurd. That's too
Yeah.
much job identity. Okay. That's too much. A good amount of job identity is somewhere around Storm's Blood.
Were most of the new jobs
We need
trash
some of
on
those back.
launch?
We
Like
can't have
3.0
every job.
launch?
Is,
I was
we can't have
unsubbed
every
during
job
Heaven's Ward.
amazing.
I
You have
missed
to
that
think of
shit.
it like
Yes.
mentality. Okay, so as it is, right, is that back in the day, you literally could not use Paladin Dark Knight. It was literally unusable.
Well, it's just because
Like,
of Paladin.
If you had a
specifically.
monk
Yeah.
in the party, that automatically made both of your tanks more shitty because they had to use their tank stance. They had to in certain parts of the fight. So it automatically made them deal less damage. If a job is so
What the
bad
fuck?
that when you bring
Hang
it,
on. Hang on. I have to use tank stance. Therefore, monk is bad. What the
Yeah, because they
Oh
would
my
be using
God.
the DPS stance because
He-
Monk would
you're
be
not-
blasting too hard.
I'm not saying he's right, but he does make some good points in this video.
I'm still of the opinion that you cannot. We even have
Is
to
he
go
saying
further
that
back.
He wants that part back, or
Is he saying he wants that back?
It's hard
He
to
says
tell.
He says he wants it partially back. He wants jobs to have weaknesses and strengths again, but still everything be viable. I don't think that's possible. I think Shadowbringers is the closest we got to that.
Yeah, and even then there was like kinks that they fished out from Shadowbringers that into Endwalker, like having all the healers have a 1.5 GCD on their basic attack, so you don't have
it has
to
a detriment to
you don't have to do some dumb bullshit for Scholar to be able to do the OGCDs that it needs.
Yeah. All 50 billion of them. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and Astro has lost a shit ton of its identity.
Astro's cards are probably the biggest like pour one out for this.
Yeah. The
That's
damage
the
cards were fine.
biggest
I don't know why they gave him weird healing bullshit on them.
the group, then it's a problem. In my opinion, I think we need to go back to Stormblood. That era. There needs to be.
It does
a
feel like he's
damage
just being
discrepancy
nostalgic for it
based
too.
On skill.
It kind
There
of
needs
does
to be.
feel like
And
a
right
little bit
now,
of nostalgia.
there's really not. So when I say they played it in average,
He just
level,
wants a
I
higher
mean
ceiling,
that
and I don't,
they
Yeah.
don't overcap
deny
on
that,
blood.
but I don't know if it
That's
should be a
like-
thing for
like
tanks.
What is required of the job?
If you make tanking more complicated than it is, the tank population fucking disappears.
I do. Some people have this opinion. Do you think that there should be a job that has a higher ceiling than the other ones?
Yeah.
And it's just like a little bit more rewarding?
I think Black Mage, when it has its timer, was that.
Kind of. It didn't feel like it.
I guess. I don't know. You want something that's like a literal outlier,
Yeah.
but if you play it wrong, it's just middle of the pack. or
That's what I'm
poorly.
thinking that he's asking for. I think there should be at least like one skilled one in each role because we have enough jobs for that now.
Yeah. And like if they do this through the reworks, I would say because Dark Knight has nothing going for it, it should be Dark Knight in tank, it should be White Mage in healer, it should be
I don't know about White Mage. I think Astro and healer, and then Scholar.
well, for doing most damage. Astro's never done the most damage though on healer.
It should at least
think-
do the most support, I'd say.
That's true, but like if we're talking about being outlier on damage, I think White Mage should be the damage healer because its kit fucking blows.
Then make its kit good. I don't know.
Yeah,
Make its kit good and then middling, and then get Astro the better support skills.
Sure. And then what should be the melee outlier?
It would be one in each category.
Oh, so samurai, monk.
They want it to be ninja, but it'd be Reaper,
it'd
wouldn't
be
it? Or Viper,
it'd be
yeah.
Viper. Well, if they bring the Mudra or Huton back, it could be ninja. I don't know.
I'm fine with them keeping the meter management out of the game.
And then for maiming, it should be with how
It
fucking
should be
Dragoon plays
Dragoon.
right now. Holy shit! It needs to be Dragoon. What the fuck?
I do like the idea of putting in the selfish versus the more team support. There's a point where it's like, okay, should I just bring only selfish because
Right.
then
That's what the conversation becomes. If you dehomogenize through making one selfish and one support, then it's just like, well, why would I not just take 4 selfish DPS?
exactly, and that sucks because sometimes you want to have support up for people. Which,
you know what?
There should
Fuck
be
it,
a
bring
fucking
back
support.
the 4th role. Support role. Let's bring it back.
Role. Support role should be a thing in this game.
The reason why is because a dark knight has nothing to manage anymore. Is
really is
very, very, very minimal gain for a lot of time, way too much.
That's how you ended up with 4
I'll give you an
Pictos and
example.
Fru.
I'll use Gunbreaker as an
Yeah,
example. There's an extremely, but to set that up and to execute it perfectly within 20 seconds while you're doing mechanics and trying to keep uptime can be insanely difficult,
not as hard as
or literally impossible from time to time. So
not as hard
because of that, it's not even
Xenos
worth
complaining about.
Oh wait, but Xenos would know because that's side content.
Because he doesn't know how to play Blue Mage. Oh, what do you mean? Blue Mage is a simple rotation. You just do
also the
rotation.
super curse thing you can do.
Oh my god, an optimal So what he's talking about can be impossible to do. A Blue Mage reopener is almost goddamn near impossible to do.
Yeah.
As well.
Especially since you can't move during it, and still sometimes, like Alexander, you cannot do your opener.
God, yeah.
On Warrior, where you can put in 2 Primal Ruinations under your potion. Well, to do that, you have to GCD perfect that shit. 4.1 Warrior was the best that Warrior has ever been, like, satisfied, like, rotation-wise and satisfying. That shit was fucking hard, man. It was really hard to get perfect. It was very satisfying.
He just wants other players from the game just like absolutely eat shit whenever they miss a single GCD.
Kind of stuff
right?
To go back
yeah.
To. Yeah. Like basically, if you have a sweaty gamer, that sweaty gamer,
you're not gold, you're gray.
Shit all over the average guy. Like in certain optimization situations.
So he wants higher numbers for people that aren't gearing and are like not gear focused. It's skill based. I can sort of get it, but
I don't know what that looks like, man.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely something to be dreaming for sure. Stormblood also reached the fever pitch of things like getting critically overcomplicated.
Yeah.
And that's why they had to fucking hit the nuclear button of Shadowbringers.
If you want what
he wants
you're
to widen
doing,
the skill gap. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to have a game where you're the higher skill you get, the better the game gets, go play StarCraft. Nobody's stopping you. Go play StarCraft 2, go on the ladder, and get to Grandmaster.
Yeah, go play League.
No, don't play League. Go play Dota. Dota's way better for that. Go play Deadlock.
That's true.
I suggest everybody play Deadlock.
Yeah, like there are video games where the skill gap becomes more apparent the better you get at the game. Like
it's either that or he just wants to carry, and I don't doubt that it'd be fun to have a job that just carries on DPS, but
you know what? No, fuck it. Go play Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
11
There's
has
hyper carries in 11.
11 has hyper carries, but that's mostly gear based.
That's true. There is some skill based execution because 11 has a lot.
But I fucking hate having to do the gear swap shit so much. Yeah.
But it is a skill unto itself. You gotta admit.
I hate it.
I
It was
don't
the
like
same
it
shit
either.
in WoW. I hated it for that too.
It is a skill. Come on.
You
Xenos wouldn't last a day in 11.
Optimize your damage.
No,
to
he'll be
beat
fine
the
because
fight.
it's legacy
You should
movement.
have to. Like now, you can
I wonder
do
if there's
that
a
to
Japanese
very,
person
very,
that
very
holds the
small
same
extent
opinions as
now,
Xenos.
but it's nothing like it used to be.
Or at least
Right
has
now,
a
the
platform
skill
to
floor and the
express
skill
them.
ceiling are too close together. They need to raise the ceiling, in my opinion. How many physical?
Okay, I can't agree that they do need to raise the ceiling, but like if they make the floor any lower, you just get Heaven's Ward again.
Yeah, and also there is. We probably talked about Arthur's has talked about this a lot. You cannot increase the ceiling and also try to make the fights more interesting, because then you'll just it's like a cup. You can only put so much of both of those things into the cup until it overflows, and then people don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, we're currently doing some React content.
You bring
now we're watching a bald man rant about how side content is bad. we're watching this guy say that the game needs to be
physical
harder.
ranged for the 5%. You don't bring a physical range because it's a physical range. You don't bring a physical range because it's the job. What does a physical range have that another job doesn't have? And the answer to that question is nothing. Physical ranged are purely brought for the 1%.
That's actually
They're not
true.
brought because you need them. You know, in some cases, it's actually higher damaged. Like in some cases throughout the past, like, what is it, like expansion? It's actually higher damage overall to not bring a physical range and just bring another fucking caster or a fucking I think that's a problem.
That's just a balancing issue.
They just need to
tune higher roll probably needs
tune the
something.
range
So
more on.
back in Stormblood, you brought up. So
yeah, we
like,
need Bard region, magic region back.
We don't need Bard region. We don't need TP region.
They don't more than melee. I think what would make the game better is if they actually came out with 0 jobs and they just made all of the current existing jobs way fucking better. Now, okay, I want to say
do
this
0. They're not. 0 is not an option.
Way fucking better. So I'm going to give you some examples.
Only the tanks
Paladin
are.
right now is the best that it's ever been by far. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Anybody
I agree with that.
Thinks that Paladin is not the
I
best
thought
that's
Zero
ever
was
been
a
right
pretty
now
cool
is
character.
fucking brain damage.
He's right. They are brain damage. They're the fucking spreadsheet people that did fight or flight 18 seconds before pull. Holy shit. Okay, anyway.
Paladin right now.
I played Paladin at that time. It was fun though.
Flexible,
but it deserved
in
it.
all of the right ways.
It deserved to get reworked in Windwalker.
Range is very fun
Is
to
it
me.
just his camera the whole time? Hang on.
I'm zoomed in on his camera.
Okay, I'm fucking doing that too.
You don't get to read the chat though.
Okay.
Very satisfying. Dude, Paladin right now is fucking crazy. And Warrior is also really, really fucking good too.
Yeah, Warrior's good, but it doesn't have a range
solid.
thing.
Now, as far
No,
as
it
Warrior
doesn't.
goes,
Now,
and it has the damage on gap close still.
Well, so does Paladin.
The Paladin.
Warrior, the
Gunbreaker right now.
only
The only
way
problem with Warrior is its mitigation, I think. It does too much. It does way too much for its mitigation.
Yeah.
Pour that shit into some stuff for Dark Knight, or make Dark Knight do more damage and then have its shitty DR.
No, I think Warrior and Paladin, the two not clicky tanks, I think they have figured out how they want them to play.
Yeah, and that's great.
The only problem is that the damage discrepancy between
That's just numbers though.
playing out of your fucking mind and playing at the average level.
Well, it's because it's a
is not
direct
high
crit
enough.
job.
I think it
All
should
it
be-
is
I think
direct
it
crits.
should be higher damage. I
Like,
think that if you're doing
no,
this
and
cursed-ass fucking
I disagree. I think every role needs a brain dead job. And Warrior is perfect for that because the sound effects are on point. The everything's on point with Warrior, and it's simple. Let every role have a brain dead job. It's okay, Xenos. You play all the tanks. Let your main can be for Neanderthals. Embrace the Unga.
you know, Dark Knight needs a whole complete fucking rework. That is a big, miserable pile of shit. You guys know those locusts or those cicadas or whatever? You see them on trees, right?
That the fuck is he talking about?
Husk shell thing. That's what Dark Knight is.
It's a husk of what it used to
Dark
be.
Knight is.
Okay.
It's just that hollow husk. Anyway, there's some jobs that are really shit. Some jobs are really, really good. As an example, like Warrior, give it another combo. Give it like faster GCD. Give it like an Shroud or something. You know what I mean? I'm not saying copy paste.
Warrior needs some of the buffs that it has in 11. Like it actually has like a shitload of party utility in 11. Basically, none of those skills are in 14.
What's it got? I only know about the 2-hour.
Warcry, 30% party attack buff. It's short though. It's like 5 seconds. So
that's a
it's
weird
like
one.
Yeah, Warcry is really cool. It's got Aggressor, which accuracy isn't really a thing, but so decrease evasion, increase accuracy. They could do something with Aggressor. Like anytime I play Warrior in 14, I feel like I'm constantly, not 14, in 11, I'm constantly pressing buffs. And it's got a stance that's like Vengeance. It's got a whole ass stance that's like Vengeance. If you get hit from the front, then you will occasionally auto attack.
Wow.
Warcry's 30 seconds.
That's not a big deal for 14. Autos are a big deal in 11. So that they could translate that to big damage.
But I'm just like throwing ideas.
Warrior's Charge would be a
off the
neat
top
skill in
of my head, you know what I'm
14.
saying?
Warrior's
Like,
Charge,
give it something like
Aggressor.
that. Make it just a little bit faster. Give it
Counter
another
stance,
combo. Give it something else to manage.
I think I'm thinking
Why don't they
Warrior's
bring the
Charge.
crit back? So for those of you that don't know, a Warrior's gauge used to give it crit. The higher you kept your gauge, the higher your crit was.
That
And
actually
was
sick as
really
fuck.
that was really important for optimization. So sometimes you would purposely do the wrong thing to get a damage increase. So like I like
That's
like
fucking
They don't have anything
samurai
like that.
optimization.
So that type of stuff, man. Huge
Some of
damage
this is just
increase, and
pining
it
for
feels
Stormblood
fucking awesome,
rotations,
man.
honestly.
It's really fucking cool.
I wish Tex could wear melee gear again.
Yeah, they should just let them be able to wear
but
maiming
the shit that they
accessories
change
so
doesn't
they can
actually
have
matter.
higher strength.
I think when they say, "Oh, we got big plans for 8.0," I think that their version of big plans are not.
We don't know what it is.
What actually?
Not again.
You know,
Not again.
People say that I shit on the game all the time, man.
Yeah.
But I don't. I want the game to be better. And
okay.
The things that's the crazy part is that I actually.
That's true. He does say cynical
I
shit, and
want
then he
them
ends
to
up being
prove
right.
that I'm wrong. I want motherfuckers to be able to say, "See, Zeno, you're an idiot. You were completely wrong." Good, because you know what that means? That means that the fucking game is better, and that's the whole
Bad
point
tanks
of this. That's
notwithstands
the whole goal. That's the
pentamelded
whole
melee
point, man.
accessories.
Is that
Come
the game
on,
is
Art.
better.
Jobs notwithstanding.
I don't care if I'm wrong. I want the game to be
No,
better.
he
So
will
how do we
blindly
fucking
shit
get
on
there?
limited jobs.
How do we get to that point?
Now
Okay?
you're
Because we're all in this fucking, soccer mom band. I don't care how we get there, as long as we get there. Okay? That's all I care about. Anyway, that's one thing.
You think he's gonna touch Beastmaster at all?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Literally said,
New,
and we can look back on this, and you guys can be like, FP Pong,
I don't
not
see a
my
reason
kind of
why he
device,
would.
or FP Pong, not my kind of game. The concept of being wrong is not bad. It's a good thing, because every time you're wrong, you
Which
can
is
learn.
why it's a great
But
thing.
people don't
I'm
look at
never
it that
wrong,
way.
Giga
They
Chad.
look at it as they're embarrassed. I think I'm going to be right, and I think the people that are excited are going to be let down, and I think that Square Enix is not going to update Beastmaster, and it is.
I'm not going to be disappointed with Beastmaster no matter what, because my
Aware.
Lion alt will be 100% accurate
Yeah.
for now on. Even if it sucks shit, I'm parking Lion on Beastmaster, and we're leaving it at that.
Going to be stuck in a Realm Reborn and forgotten. I mean, it's going to be worse than Blue Mage.
What
Because
is
at
he
least Blue
talking
Mage can go
about?
beyond
I
the
don't
Realm
know.
Reborn.
I don't know.
To play Beastmaster, you have to own the Dawn Trail expansion.
Yes.
Forever level
The
50
item.
It was the
BST.
same
In that
exact thing for
expansion
Stormblood and
Can't
Blue Mage.
even
No,
play
no,
The content.
You didn't. It is free with the Realm Reborn. Before the
Is
trial
it?
got updated, yeah, when the trial was level 60, you could play as Blue Mage.
Oh,
before.
okay.
Yeah, Blue Mage was base Realm Reborn.
In the expansion, it can't even play the content from the second expansion. Am I the only fucking person that thinks that there's a fucking problem with
Yeah.
that? Like, I
Yeah.
want to know.
No,
in
no,
what
that's-
crazy world.
That I get. Yeah, like I genuinely deluded myself into thinking it might come out at like 70 or something, 60
Yeah.
or 70.
Smile just by a jump.
Especially because the free trial is now all the way up at 70. It is pretty weird.
Oh no, you just need to own the expansion, right? To get
Yeah,
it.
no, you just have to own the expansion.
You don't need to be up into Dawn Trail
No.
to play it.
No,
Yeah,
you just have
that's
to
what I'm
own it.
saying. It's the same as Blue Mage, where you can beat level 50 content and then just play it. And even then,
Right.
with fucking limited jobs, you can't do the story, which was annoying because I boosted
Yeah.
a guy just to see that. Oh, but the limited job, you can't do it on a limited job.
And the quest was red, and I was like, wow, this challenge is dead. Because my challenge that I was doing was MSQ, but on a Blue Mage, and I couldn't even click on the quest.
It would have
so
been fun.
I would have been sick as fuck.
That makes sense. Like, make it make sense.
Or
to
we
me, man.
can't ruin the
Like,
sanctity of
how
MSQ.
Can't ruin the sanctity of
fuck
MSQ.
Does that make sense? How? It's
It is embarrassing.
information
I do agree
to
with that, but it is
another
fine
player.
still, because they did it
a
once
new
before.
player,
Yeah.
maybe a player from a different MMO. And
Okay,
you were to
first
just-
of all, I would not be telling a player from another MMO to do side content. That is not a selling point.
That too. For people outside, it is either they're going to come in for the raids and the harder content if they've already done that shit in MMOs, and then usually for a Final Fantasy game, you say, "Hey, come do the story. It's pretty good."
Is
At
that
least
wrong on the optimization thing? Currently, homogenization has made it so weird that rotation
that
optimization.
it's only on the supports, though.
Yeah. No, and that's true too. It is really only on the supports. It is a lot more complicated optimizing on the DPSs. The fact is, he's a support main, and
And
there's
that's
just not a
very
lot
easy
of.
to tell on supports.
Chocobo racing is
Just
fucking
worded
sick and
exactly
forky.
how I
Bro,
Hey,
Chocobo Racing
so-
is
It
fucking
is.
sick and
and able to
14.
play this job.
Yeah,
in
that's
Dawn,
basically what
in
he's
the
saying,
latest expansion.
Everything
you
he's
have to buy
Everything that he's saying about a limited job right now applies to a new player for Chocobo Racing.
Yeah.
the expansion, but that job can't actually
Bro,
do
to do
anything in
Chocobo
the
Racing, you
expansion.
need to beat the expansion. I
They
can't
look
believe
at you like you are a brain damaged idiot.
What do you mean? Wait, hold up. What do you mean there's no other way to explain it? We just did. It is side content.
There's also a thing I want to say here. He's trying to, it feels like he doesn't do the stuff, so he's trying to find things to complain about from an outside perspective. And one of those things isn't, oh, I need to buy the game to do it. It's Beastmaster isn't a thing that you tell people, oh yeah, you should totally buy the new expansion. It's coming out. You should totally level up to 100 to be able to play it. It's like, if I were to tell Peck it's coming out, I would tell him to at least get it now and build up for it. I wouldn't be like, we should be on this right now. Do you want to play the game for the side content? That's it? Okay, that's fine.
That's insane. Saying like, bro, this side content gonna be lit. You can do it as soon as you beat the base.
But it does sound like something that he's complaining about because he doesn't do limited content. So he's like, oh yeah, well, this is something that somebody outside of that circle would totally complain about, so I'll complain about it.
If you want to complain about limited content, complain about how they delayed Blue Mage because, like Mr. Happy has been saying recently, it devolved into a raid job.
Yeah.
Where all you do is raid on it now. In those raids, it is pulls out spork random. The fucking job was delayed because Balone Balls is impossible with 8 Blue Mages. That's my fucking schizo theory, dude.
They could have had more side content. They could have had ways to do the stuff like alliance raids and normal raids for it. They could have it in line for being able to queue with it, but then no, they haven't touched that.
Kill to do the Bozja duels on a limited job.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to change that by the time Beastmaster hits 80. If I cannot beat Lion up as a Beastmaster Lion, I am going to bitch about it forever.
I just imagine you with the
VLU Books Duty Finder being a fucking hyperlink to Party Finder still pisses me the fuck off, man.
That's so right. I just imagine you with, it's the press this button website and it's delete half the population, but limited jobs can do regular content.
Click. Goodbye. It may erase me.
I'm talking about half the population in 14, by the way, not real life people. That'd be horrible.
Oh, that's the.
I'd still press it.
Mage, you just blast, right? But you buy the base game, right? Okay, so the base game, boom, you can play it. You can play it.
It's side content.
Can actually do other expansions too. Yo, you know what, man? It should have been called the limited job. That's
what the fuck is he talking about?
I don't like the way he says limited.
Limited?
What the fuck is he talking about? I would not wish a new player to do, like, we had a new player do a limited job for a little bit.
Dude, Stonewall in RN.
State. She like ceased to be a person for like 3 hours.
Yeah, well, that's the way we got her to do it.
That's true too. It's just like, it's not anything I would ever recommend to a new player. It was more like, hey, I like the side content. Do you want to fuck around with it? She fucked around with it. She fish, she fear fish.
Yeah.
Me fish.
Make Eorzea great again.
The second limited job, so we're gonna limit it twice as hard. I don't know why I didn't think of this. No, I understand now. It makes sense now. It's the second limited job, so they need to limit it even further. So the next limited job isn't even going to be able to do content. It's going to be a mannequin.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're going to have to own all
all
the current expansions.
So it's free for people that want the expansion. I don't get it.
He's also ignoring the fact that if a new player buys Dawn Trail because they got hooked off the rip, we'll have access to Beastmaster as soon as they beat Gaius.
I mean, like, we did that with Sarah, and we were like, hey, play the trial, it's fine. And then she just buys it outright.
Yeah. And the expansion. Like, new players, if they're having fun, will just buy it.
She just has too much money.
Bro, I am not trying to sell a trial player on side content. That's fucking deranged.
I'd sell them on you get months free of the sub to get to level 70, and that's more than enough money to not buy the shit.
Yeah, plus if you're fucking with the game enough that you buy it.
Yeah, that's what the trial's for. The trial is there to sell you on the game and to catch up. I do never suggest people to buy the game until they get to like the end of the Shinryu fight.
One job on Shinryu fight, or even later, even the Tsukiyomi fight.
Yeah.
Shit, throw wide the gates. You hear the words "throw wide the gates," buy the game. You're gonna fucking nut.
Throw wide the wallet. Throw wide the bank doors.
Yeah,
so
like
we may enter.
It side content. Like who gives a fuck?
I wouldn't sell Blue Mage on a person. Oh yeah, buy the game so that we could do these old raids together.
Not to mention, Blue Mage is basically unplayable on the trial because you can't make party finders.
Yeah.
Can't use the duty finder.
That's it. Because that's the order of how things are happening.
It does not matter.
And he wonders why we think he should
pause again.
But
it's also the deal on the value of the expansion. Like you were saying with the jobs. The expansions need value. You can't just say buy the expansion. Okay, I'm done with the story and waiting for the raids forever. There is value in each of these things that they release for the game.
Yeah, and if its roguelike mode ends up being like a smash hit compared to the Carnival, then that just shows that Blue Mage is free because it was an experiment.
Yeah.
Is anything I'm saying untrue?
Yes!
That's the problem that a lot of people have with the things I say, and it's the fucking truth. And sometimes the truth sucks.
It's subjective.
Yeah. The truth is Beastmaster ran out, so no one knows how it's going to play out.
Too.
I can tell you exactly. No, I want you to remember
that
this.
is true.
I want you to remember this. I'm going to tell you.
This.
I'm going to predict how it's going to play out. I think you're going to go to dungeons and you're going to do that. Then I think that there's going to be the Beastmaster arena or the carnival or whatever. It's that
he didn't even bring up leveling them up.
They showed with like the looked like the pawn people.
It did not. Like Beastmaster it's going for FF11 vibes where leveling, it's about the journey, not the destination. And then when it's at the destination, it's a roguelike.
And it reminds me of the very first Godzilla game on Nintendo. This is what I think it's going to play. You're going to go and you're going to do these shitty Realm Reborn dungeons that no one fucking likes. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because that content sounds like dog shit to me. I hope that we can look back on this and you're like, man, I fucking told you Beastmaster was going to be the fucking awesome bee's knees. Oh. I hope so. I really do. Okay, so anyway, look, guys.
It's just side content. It doesn't need to.
I think if we get 2 jobs, the shit is pretty much
an excuse to log in.
I think that we should get physical ranged. If we get 2 jobs, I think
the raid logger cannot comprehend.
I'm just thinking about this in the way that he talks about Ultimate or talking about side content. We should talk about Ultimate. I can't believe they lock the new Ultimate behind Dawn Trail expansion. What the fuck? I can't believe they locked Occult Crescent behind Dawn Trail, guys.
Oh my god, bro! I cannot believe
Tower of Blood is blocked by Dawn Trail owning Dawn Trail, guys.
Bro, not only is Tower of Blood an extreme dungeon locked behind paid content, you can't do it on the free trial, but it's hard content that you have to play for about 10 hours before you can do it. Dog shit.
How am I going to sell my friends on the Occult Crescent if I can't get them from a Realm Reborn?
Bro, but they made Uwu and Yukon free. Why is T paid? Oh my god. Fucking listen to yourself, dude.
I think other stuff is going to suffer. If we get only 1 job, I think that they're going to lie and say that they're going to take the reason why we only got 1 job is because they're fixing other shit. I think they're just going to straight lie to us. Now, I could be wrong.
Whatever. I'll buy the
Those are my 2 expectations. I hope that they give us not only 2 jobs, but then they also make all of the other current jobs awesome. That's what I hope. That's what I want. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody else wants that too. How can anybody not want 2 new jobs plus all of the current jobs being better? Oh, they can't even get right. That's my rant on that.
That's true. That they can't get rewards right. He's right on that. Very cynical. He needs to play Blue Mage, I think. I think
he should play Blue Mage.
I think he would have fun with a special dude. learning the tank optimization of Blue Mage in T13, he's gonna have a fucking blast.
I don't know what it is with ultimate players and not wanting to do Blue Mage.
I don't know what it is with ultimate players, and when they do Blue Mage, they fucking describe every mechanic as an ultimate mechanic. When we did that static that we like one and done Twintania and Nail, oh, this is just like mechanic from UCOB. Oh, this is just like mechanic from T. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You know, they're based off of certain raids, right, buddy?